Hi, welcome back to the Running Master. My name's Dan. So being injured isn't much fun, but let's take the positives out of it. And actually what it means is that rather than sticking to a really hard training plan, means that I get to actually have a little bit of fun with it. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week. So instead of following any particular kind of plan, what I'm actually going to be doing is using Garmin's suggested workout plan. So how that works is that every day it tells you a particular workout to do, a particular run. So what I'm going to do is follow that. Now I've got no idea what it's going to tell me. I think it makes it up as it goes along. So I've got no idea what it's going to tell me day to day. So it'll be a voyage of discovery for me as much for you. The way to access it is that you go into the run setting and it will tell you the activity that you need to do. Today I have got a 38-minute run at 8.5-minute mile pace, which is apparently going to help me build the base. Now there's one little frustration with this actually that I've already spotted, which is that a 38-minute run, 8.5-minute mile pace doesn't actually tell me how far that is. So I've actually got to do a little bit of mental arithmetic, but it's not too complicated, but it looks like I've got to do about 4.5 miles. So it's great, but you know, I could just go out for a 38-minute run and then find myself 3 miles from home, which obviously isn't going to be great. So I need to actually plan a little route based on what it's asking me to do. Although I could just go round and around the block, but obviously that's a little bit dull. So let's get that done. There is actually a second way while I'm here to access this run feature. So if you dismiss it and you don't want to do it, you can actually still access it again when you go into the run. If you use the up button, go to workouts and then choose suggested workout, you can get back to it again there. You can see the steps and you can see everything that it's going to tell you to do, so you can easily follow it and you know what's coming up. So let's get into it. Just about to go and do the base run, and then it started snowing. So I've gone and put a hat on, gloves, change of top so keep me dry. So a little bit different. I wasn't expecting that. Literally within a couple of minutes it's all changed. So yeah, let's go and get it done in the snow.
What a day to be out.
nearly 3 miles in now, and feeling quite warm actually, which is quite nice. It's pretty icy out though, slipping and sliding a little bit, but yeah, really nice to be out in the snow. Yeah, last little bit with my ace film photographer today. Nearly there, end of the run, only a few more seconds to go and then we're going to beep. It's been a lovely run. It's been quite good in the snow just because it's so slippery that you have to slow down naturally, which is great, so that's really helpful. So yeah, successful run. Lovely bright day today for the second run. So the day after, this is the day after the first one. Obviously I'll document every single day, and today it's telling me I've got to do a 22-minute recovery run at 10-minute mile pace. So approximately, well, just over a couple of miles of running at that pace. Now, I'm not entirely sure what that's actually going to do for me training wise. Maybe it is a decent recovery, not totally convinced, but we'll see. We're following it, so we'll just carry on now. It's actually been quite difficult to run at 10-minute mile pace. It's quite a bit slower than I'd be used to, so it really sort of doesn't, you know, it's kind of a weird thing to get used to doing. So I'm doing the 10-minute mile pace. The watch has been beeping at me quite a lot because I've been sort of ducking under 9-minute mile pace to about 8:45. So it's been telling me I'm going too fast. But there's one of the nice things is that although it's telling me to do 10-minute mile pace, it will accept you doing a little quicker or a little slower. So it gives you a range, so it's not constantly beeping at you the entire way, telling you that you're going too fast or too slow. So I'm about halfway through and we'll get this finished with. Now we're into day 4 of the week, and so I've skipped over day 3, although I actually did do some running, I just didn't record it. So day 3 was a 40-minute run, just a 40-minute base run. Again, Garmin thinks designed to help me with my overall fitness and building that base level of activity. So the first couple of days were also, well, the first one was a base day, that was the 38 minutes. Then the recovery run of 22 minutes and then a 40-minute run. So he's given me 3 runs to do consecutive days. On day 3, I did actually try and slow down a bit. So day 3 was 40 minutes at 8-minute 45 pace, and I was pretty close. I think I was doing about 8:38 pretty much all the way around. So I was really trying hard to maintain the correct speed and pace that Garmin wanted me to do. But we're into day 4 now, and day 4 is rest. So I'm not doing anything today. I'm going to take it nice and easy. I'm going to do some stretching, but I'm not going to do any actual aerobic work at all to make sure that I'm not circumventing what Garmin is suggesting. Because if I start doing something which they then think maybe is some sort of activity, maybe I might get another days of rest tomorrow. So I'm not going to do anything at all, and find out what we're going to be doing on day 5. So this is an update on days 5 and 6 of the suggested workout training plan. So day 5 was a 42-minute run, which was designed to be another base run, and that went okay. Quite enjoyed it, to be honest. I mean, a little bit boring, a little bit slow for what I wanted to do, but maybe there's a reason for that. And then day 6 was suggested to be a recovery run, and truth is I couldn't really face that. It just felt too slow for me and I couldn't really see the point of doing it, so I didn't. The other suggestion was that I should be using that day as a rest, and so I decided to go with that option and take it easy. I've got 4 observations then on the experience that I've had. The first one, number 1, it was quite fun actually. Fun to see each day what activity Garmin was going to suggest for me. Now you find out about midnight, I guess, what you're going to do for that day or what it's going to suggest for you. So it was quite fun actually, just to see what was going to be suggested and then have to do that particular workout. So that was fun. Number 2, I wouldn't recommend it for a long-term training plan. It's useful if you are recovering like me, or you're just sort of seeing how you're getting on with running. If you're just getting into it, it's going to suggest some workouts for you to do. But I wouldn't suggest it as a long-term training plan or something that's going to get you to a particular time or going to prepare you for a particular race. For instance, I'm an 800-meter runner. Garmin has no idea that I'm an 800-meter runner. I may as well just be a 50-mile ultra marathoner. As far as Garmin knows, it has got not a clue what kind of distance I'm training for. It's just giving me suggested workouts on what it thinks would aid my fitness. Number 3, on the subject of aiding my fitness, every single time I've done a run, it's come back as being unproductive. So I'd kind of like to have thought it would have been productive and that Garmin was going to be suggesting things that were going to aid my fitness. Now it may be that the balance of what I did wasn't right, so maybe actually I was actually running too fast. So rather than doing the workout that Garmin was suggested, although I was doing the time that it was telling me, I was trying to hit the pace, but maybe I was going a little too quickly. So it's possible that maybe it was thinking, actually you're going too fast, actually you're not adding to your fitness because you're not balancing your workload between your aerobic activities, your anaerobic activities and kind of high aerobic activities that it categorizes them into. So maybe it was thinking that I wasn't training as balanced as I should be. Number 4, I was moaning a bit about how slow the paces were that it was suggesting for me, but actually they did come with a benefit because it meant I could get out more. So returning from an injury, obviously I'm keen to get back to running fast as quick as possible, and that's probably not the best thing to be doing. So actually slowing down and using the paces that Garmin was recommending meant that I could get out more and actually build that base up probably faster than if I'd have just gone out, tried to run as fast as I could for a set number of miles and then not be able to run for a few more days. I was finding that I was actually able to get out every day that Garmin was suggesting me if I wanted to. So that's Garmin suggested workouts. Am I going to continue using them? Well, maybe. As I said, I'm not going to use it as my long-term training plan. Obviously I've got something in mind, or my coach has got something in mind that is going to train me properly for the event that I want to do. But while I'm getting back to fitness, it's not such a bad thing. What I might do is check out what Garmin's got in store for me each day, decide whether I fancy it or not, and if I do, I'll do it, and if I don't, I'll do my own thing. So I will probably use it from time to time, is the conclusion. If you're using Garmin suggested workouts, let me know down in the comments. Let me know how you're finding them and whether they suggest the same things that it's been suggesting for me. It'd be interesting to see what kind of variation we have depending on your normal pace, your fitness level, and whether you get different types of workouts than the one I was getting as well. So thanks for watching to the end. I'll see you for the next one. Take care and enjoy your run.